Yo, what up, man? It is that time for another episode of I Hate the Homies podcast, episode number 105. Rock Teasy is who I be.
It's your boy Griff, a.k.a. Raider Nation, a.k.a. Mr. Go Blue, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry, and I hate the homies.
And it's your boy Super Dave, and I'm glad we're in the hundreds now, so he don't have to come with no more.
You said that already. You're good. You're fine.
No, I'm not fine. I'm just happy we don't have to hear it anymore.
It's like you have a different energy about yourself, Super
Now, I
Dave.
can think of 105 things.
I bet you could. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So check this out, man. We are getting ready for Paris Olympics. I don't know if you guys are excited as I am, but you know, track and field is gonna be bananas. Basketball on the men's and women's side is gonna be bananas. Swimming is gonna be off the chain. Gymnastics gonna be off the chain. The debut of break dancing is gonna be off the chain.
Yes.
Come on, man. So we'll touch that real fast, man.
And then I'm an old school dog. I like the rifling and the javelin, and I like the field.
You like archery?
Archery's kind of cool. I actually, you know what I really like that's dumb that nobody like? I like curling.
Curling, yeah, with the fake
on the ice.
Oh yeah.
It look like bowling except with irons.
That's one of them things that when you watch it, you get hooked, kind of like a soap opera.
You kind of do, yeah. You be sucked in. Like curling. I'm looking forward to curling.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of curling, lifting weights, Super Day, you excited about anything, dog? When it comes to the Olympics?
Just basketball.
That's it?
I keep it simple. I'm not a big...
The whole Olympics, you only watching it for basketball?
Yeah, I'm not a big track and field guy. I don't watch skating. I don't watch whatever else y'all were talking about. No, just basketball. I keep it simple.
Nice.
Okay. Hey, everybody, whatever floats your
Paris
boat.
Olympics, your Olympics kind of suck though. Like
that's to y'all.
I ain't being judgmental, and this is a safe place. But overall, you want to see one thing.
That's all. That's all I want to see.
Okay.
Your household gonna be boring.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's the Olympics, man.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Nobody just sit back and watch all the Olympics.
Cycling and everything else.
Even non-sports fans watch the Olympics, dog.
Yeah.
Y'all can criticize all you want. It ain't changing my mind.
Judgment.
It's basketball.
No
That's it.
No.
If they had football, it'd be football too. But they don't. So it's just basketball. And not the WNBA.
Did they add the rugby this year, Rock?
I thought there was a flag football.
7-on-7, the sevens?
I thought, isn't that flag football? I think it's a flag football.
With the L, right?
Yeah.
I see
what you did.
I
see what you did.
I'm just asking, making sure we're on the same page. You got to watch when you say that word.
Yeah, you got. Yes, it does have an L in that word.
Okay.
All right. So speaking of football, man, Coach Primetime Deion Sanders is in the news once again. I don't know if you guys heard sports analyst Paul Feinbaum, who obviously is a big fan or critic of Deion Sanders. He put it out there into the universe that if USC and Lincoln Riley, head coach, does not have a solid season, that because they was 8-5 last year.
Oh, he'll be gone.
You know what I'm saying? If they have another 8-5 season,
yeah, he's out.
He's gone. And Paul was like, Deion will be the perfect candidate to replace him. So
I thought he just said last week that
he's
gonna have a horrible season and.
He's
talking about.
He's a hype machine. That's basically what he said last week.
Let's get into it.
We'll get into it.
I'm not opposed to this because we know primetime is Hollywood.
Look how happy he is over there.
Primetime is Hollywood, and USC is in Hollywood up the street.
We're talking about a team that's 4-8. Go ahead. Let's go. Go ahead.
So what else we got? We're gonna talk about what else before we get up out of here. I mean, go ahead.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, sir.
The John Harbaugh, his comments about what he said about Lamar Jackson. I'll let you guys listen to it, and then see if we all agree with John Harbaugh, or we got our own opinions about it.
Let's get it popping, man. I Hate the Homies podcast, episode 105 starts right now.
You done messed up, A.A. Ron. Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Super Davey Holly come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, grip call up plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Grip be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
All right, so
where you going first? Because I don't know if you watch the game. Since y'all say I'm only into basketball, I said I'm only into basketball for the Olympics, right? But did you watch the USA against Germany?
Yeah.
They almost lost.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not. That's one game they almost lost. It was the other one that's really surprised everybody because they had a 43-point spread in that game against South Sudan.
Yeah, they was losing. They was all
Who
these
has
games.
no
been close.
NBA players, right? No NBA players.
Yep.
And you barely got by that team.
So let me tell you something. Obviously, basketball is no longer just an American sport, dominating sport.
Oh, it hasn't been for decades.
So, for our team, the best that we have, some of the best, all of the best ain't on there, but a lot of our best, even
a good portion of the best,
of the best is struggling. Like, I like it because now it makes it more competitive.
Dog.
I personally like it because it makes it more competitive and the games are fun to watch as long as we win. You know what I'm saying? But, dog, I'm kind of nervous.
You should. I have them winning the gold. They will win the gold.
You do?
I got them winning. Talking about U.S.?
Yeah,
they will win the gold.
You acting like they just gonna give?
No, I didn't say it was gonna be easy. No, I didn't say it was gonna be easy. It's gonna be some tough games like they had against.
Saying they wasn't? You saying, Dave? Let me ask you. You saying they not playing they best right now because they went 5-0 in the pre-exhibition or whatever? But you saying they holding back?
I think they're holding back, and I think they got to get used to playing each other. I mean, it's hard. You're asking guys that been in the NBA all season to come together, superstars. Not all of them superstars, but superstars trying to play together. And that's a hard thing to do. That's just being realistic. Some of these guys in Europe, overseas, they're playing with each other for a long time. They have chemistry. Yeah. You don't have the same chemistry with the USA. I'm not sticking up for them because the one thing I get pissed off about is these young kids talking about this USA team can beat the Dream Team.
1992. No.
No. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
That's the greatest team ever formed.
I was in Germany in '92, and it was like the Rolling Stones.
Thank you.
When they came through, like it was. That'll never be matched. I don't think that will ever be matched just because the style of basketball they play. But I mean, you had Jordan and Barkley and
Karl Malone.
Magic.
Go down to Larry Bird.
Yeah,
come on,
it
dog.
just wasn't fair. Like
Clyde Drexler.
all of the whole world was scared of them.
But see,
and maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's what it is, Dave. In 1992. No one in the world wanted that smoke. But until you come to 2024 and Germany's the best team in the whole world.
But see, I agree with you. But the part I have a problem with is these young kids talking. And this is the whole thing about sports, period. Everybody lives in the moment. So they're going to sit up here and say now, you're looking at the greatest athletes now. So they're saying Michael Jordan and those guys, what great athletes during that time. Those were men. Those were men.
Game was played different.
And the games were played different.
And you ain't never been punched in your mouth trying to slam on somebody and getting clotheslined.
Yes, sir.
I agree. I just don't understand. Like I said, I don't. Kevin Durant is not playing right now. I think that's a big part of why the USA is struggling because you need his points. He's a scoring machine. But even then, if you bring Kevin Durant on this team, you look at that team back in '92. When they say Dream Team, that's what they meant.
It was a dream team.
And nobody can come close to that.
Like we even said there's a portion of the best. Those were the best.
Those were the best players.
Dog. Everybody, hold on. Now, Isaiah Thomas did get snubbed, though.
He wasn't the best. He wasn't the best. Who are you going to take on?
Yeah, it's tough. It was tough. It was tough.
That was tough, man.
Yeah.
That was cold.
I mean, okay, I guess you could have got rid of.
Live without him.
Well, I guess you could have got rid of Christian Laettner and brought in Isaiah. But that was a Magic Johnson call. Everybody keeps. He's always thinking it's Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. But even during the time, you had Magic say that was my call. That wasn't on Michael Jordan.
Right.
So he didn't want him there.
They was kissing on stage.
Well, yeah.
That was his homie.
Yeah. And that was strange back then.
Yeah.
Even on tape delay. That was strange.
But I'm a little worried about the women's team, too, because the WNBA All-Star just went down, and the WNBA All-Stars beat Team USA.
But didn't that happen before? That happened like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah, so it's like the question is, are we taking the best women over to Paris? Because there's a bunch of WNBA All-Stars who were playing like, I got a chip on my shoulder because y'all snubbed me once again. And let's start with Enrique Agumbawale.
I'm glad you said the name.
Come on, the dog.
He know how to say. He been saying that name for a long time.
I know.
He ain't never messed that name up.
And he slows down to do it. I go,
yes, sir.
You put that on me, I'm sweating. I'm sweating bullets.
I'm saying, y'all give it up for the Dikembe Mutombo girl.
Wagging the finger.
Yeah, she came out, dropped 34 points, all in the second half, just to let them jokers know, okay, y'all gonna keep snipping me from this doggone team.
But I'm gonna give you this. I don't think they're sending their best, because when you look at Angel Reese, and I'm not gonna sit up here and go crazy over Caitlin Clark, but she's like leading the league in assists, right?
Yeah, she's top dog.
So she's the top.
Problem.
So if she's a problem, she needs to be on that team.
Yeah, she should be on the team anyway.
We talked about that. Hey, Super Dave, my question is this, and this is what I've been saying.
Okay.
So who's the rookie of the year in the WNBA? Because your girl, Angel, is putting up never seen before things in the WNBA ever, and so is Caitlin. So in the end, like, how are they going to –
If you was to vote.
Excited. Like, you know what? I ain't going to lie, Rock. You got me looking at this stupid game now, like, dog.
It ain't
like,
stupid.
Really caring.
It's stupid.
It ain't stupid. Why you gotta say stupid?
Stupid. You're right. Let me
You
put
better
somebody,
respect the women's game, dog.
Hey,
you
Griff,
got
stay
me
with it.
looking at the WNBA.
Griff, don't have
really
that pressure.
caring now.
Don't have that pressure. Just stay with stupid.
You better
Just,
respect
come
these
on,
women
come
out
on,
there. They're
Griff.
out here balling. So if the season ended today and they voted Rookie of the Year, in my opinion, it's a coin flip between them two. Caitlin.
No, I know. But it's been a coin flip all year.
Yeah.
But
I would probably
like,
give it.
How they gonna figure out
I would
that
probably
win?
I would probably give it to Angel because she broke the rookie record of 15 double-doubles straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Caitlin is averaging more points. Caitlin is averaging more assists. Angel is, of course, have more rebounds. So, but just for that alone, and Caitlin's breaking her own little records as well. So they're both breaking little rookie records.
But with
and
the
stuff.
Caitlin, I'm not gonna lie to you. With the Caitlin records, it seems like they just invent records for her.
That's why
It's
I think
like the first for this.
Right.
I'm like the game been around for 30 years.
Girl to wear her hair.
that's why Angel gonna get it because that's why Angel gonna get Rookie of the Year, because if they stay healthy and they finish off the year strong like they've been playing, they gonna give it to Angel because Caitlin's getting all these other accolades and stuff. So, but both of them deserve
I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to watch them. They both. Angel came out quicker. Caitlin, it took her a second to get used to the pace, or I don't know if her teammates, or I don't know what it was.
She's still not shooting the ball well.
When they got it together,
yeah,
it was a wrap.
I think what you're going to see, what we saw in the NBA, you're going to see a co-MVP. Was it Jason Kidd and Grant Hill that went co-MVP?
That's a good point.
I think you're going to see what
we're
sitting there fighting about it right now, and I think it's going to be a co-MVP because what these two women have brought to the game. I mean, they are star power, and it's not just Caitlin Clark. It is Angel Reese, and I think they need each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to get ready to say.
We're gonna quote you on that, Dave. I like that.
This is a women's version of Magic Bird all over again.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
They came in together, they connected, and they're gonna stay connected throughout their careers. I love it. The storyline is beautiful. It's like a kid in the candy store.
But
man.
before we leave basketball, if the NFL is watching the WNBA, if the NBA is watching the WNBA,
Yes, sir.
if NHL hockey, all those All-Star games,
Mm-hmm.
this is how you learn. Because I did watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say I was impressed, but they were going at each other.
Come on now.
And that's all I asked for if I'm watching an All-Star game.
At him, dog.
Yeah,
it was
that's
a lot more. Hey, a lot more competitive
Yes.
than boy.
Come on,
exactly.
dog. They was getting it.
I don't want no easy layup. I don't want a guy just let him have the lane, y'all.
They was getting it.
I want a guy I want a team. What are you playing for? They had a reason to play.
Yes, like y'all snubbed me. I should be on the
Yes.
Team USA, but I get it. Okay, now let's show you who's better.
So find a way to be more creative in all those other leagues with the All-Star games, because then I think you might find a way. NFL is going to be kind of hard because the abuse they take.
Yeah, because the Pro Bowl ain't never been fresh, and then they done went to flag football. That's even worse.
With an L,
you don't know
with
who
an
out
L,
there.
you
Now
said flag.
looking at men's hips. You looking at man's hips the whole game. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Well, speaking of being cool, man, let's shift gears to Deion Coach Prime Time Sanders.
It's going to be a long year.
And
I already know it is. Go
we,
ahead.
It's gonna be
head coach
long.
of Colorado and sports analyst Paul Feinbaum put it out there in the universe that if USC has another subpar season, we could possibly find Deion as the next head coach of USC Trojans. So let's talk about that. All right, so if y'all been up under a rock, let me give you the quick report. Paul Feinbaum, who's always got Deion Sanders' name in his mouth, his recent prediction is that if USC has another 8-5 or worse season like last year, head coach Lincoln Riley will be gone. I can believe that. But he
What would
says
that be, season 3?
Yeah,
After
third,
3
yeah.
seasons? Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get up out of there.
Yeah.
You can get up out of there.
Come on, man.
after 3.
so he also says that Deion Sanders could be his replacement. Now, we all know what just happened with Prime and what he's doing in Colorado. Everything he's changed. I don't have to break that down for you. But I can see
4-8.
this happening.
4-8.
I
Keep
can
going.
see this happening. Like as crazy it may sound, Deion is Hollywood, man. We know that. And he loves the spotlight. He loves California, LA. When you think of Hollywood, you think of LA or New York. When you think of like spotlight, the biggest markets and all that kind of good stuff. So I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it did, it wouldn't surprise me.
Why is Lincoln Riley going to be sorry? Why is they assuming he's going to be sorry? Because he ain't got no quarterback that they talking about
because
out loud
he's
right
going.
now?
He's going with the same problem I told you guys. I'm an Oklahoma
You
fan.
did say it.
No
I said the
defense.
one
Say
thing
it.
he's
He make
always
quarterbacks
he doesn't
and no
care.
defense.
No defense, and now you lose Caleb Williams to the NFL, and I don't know anything about the new quarterback coming up this year. We'll
Yeah, me
find out,
neither.
but he ain't Caleb Williams. So that's the big question for Lincoln Riley. He'll have the offense. We know that. He's an offensive guy. But the defense has always been a problem wherever he's been. Look at all those great teams they had at Oklahoma. Great offenses. Put up points on the board.
They was
Up
going
and
back
down the
forth.
field. But they
48,
couldn't stop
51.
nobody. They couldn't stop nobody.
Sure
And what happened with
No.
Caleb Williams last year? He was trying, even the year before that, when he got to USC, he had to outscore teams. And even
Yep.
that didn't help. Remember they lost the game? I forgot who in the bowl game. But it was I ain't gonna say nobody, but it wasn't a major team when them Power 5 teams out there, and they
Right.
lost a bowl game to that team. I got to look that up. But that's the part. He doesn't have a defense. I don't understand the Deion Sanders part. I do understand it.
Of course you do.
No, hold on. He's a hype machine.
Mhm.
That's all. But he won't get you wins. And you can't tell me he's going to get you wins because all we can go by what we seen last season
We ain't
when he
even
went
gonna
4-8. Oh, my God. Don't do this.
We ain't gonna
Rod.
go there, dog. Just
Okay.
keep making your point, but we ain't gotta go there, dog.
He's a hype. And all Paul is saying right now is he is what he is. If you want to bring in money and bring in the hype surrounding that, that's fine. That's what he can do. But again, he would have a short term there because it's about winning. At USC, they don't care about the name. They care about you winning. As long as you're
you
winning,
don't never
you're
go
fine.
through all the USC coaches and say, the only one they had of great tender was your boy that was in Seattle,
Pete Carroll, yeah.
Carroll.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they've been an athlete driven football team. You know, when they got a linebacker that's super duper good, then it's about him for that season. When it, you know, I just don't. I need Deion to finish his mission with Colorado. Now, yes, granted, Colorado sucks, and they was at the bottom and didn't win anything. They always been losers in real life for reals. Like, they've been the worst team ever.
They were good with Cordell Stewart. You talking about before Deion, after Deion.
Yeah,
before Deion.
And then that year with Cordell Stewart and Rashawn, when
they had
was
a
going
squad
back and forth with the Heisman, Rashawn Salam, I believe, and they gave the Heisman to him instead of Cordell. That might have been 1991 or something, though. Like, still.
Didn't Eric Bieniemy go to Colorado?
He went to Colorado.
He was before all that, right?
Yeah, he's right there in the mix.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I'm not taking that.
It's been decades.
But for people to come out and say that Deion can change USC around, I'll put him in the same category with Lincoln Riley. What is he, other than the hype machine, what is he bringing to the table to make sure they win?
Man, you already know the answer to that question, bro.
Okay, I don't know the answer.
Well, we know what you about to say.
Yeah.
You about to say the NIL. You about to say
I ain't got to keep repeating myself, man.
Okay, and I keep telling you, you keep saying NIL transfer portal. That's fine. But even Lincoln got talent there. They brought talent in.
As a parent, Rock, I'm saying, do I want my 4-star defensive back son to go to a school where they really not playing football, but the coach is fresh?
That's basically it. Yeah.
I don't.
So if Deion recruited your son, you would pass on it.
With Colorado, absolutely.
Yes, especially if other guys are coming to my son like Alabama or I'm trying to throw some other Oregon. Remember Dan Lanning.
I mean, you ain't even got to go as hard as Alabama. You can go Mississippi State. If I know my son gonna play and be competitive and really. So the whole thing with Deion is, you mess with Prime, you gonna get in the NFL and all that.
You can stop right there.
Deion got a couple things on his mind.
Man,
his sons.
Man, come on, let me tell you.
Griff, I miss you, man. I really did. I don't have to say nothing. I had to talk.
He was on your head last week, Dave. I heard, dog.
Hey, Griff,
you had to defend yourself the whole show.
Griff, the only thing I asked him last week was, give me a prediction. And all he said is going to be above 500.
And I heard the whole thing. I know.
That's it.
I know.
That's it. Now let me address
500.
Let me address what you just said, Mr. Griffith.
That he got 2 things on his mind.
2 things on his mind.
Well, make it 3 because Travis Hunter too.
Yeah.
Make it 3.
And he's supposed to, as a father, who happens to be the head coach. And who happens to be the best
I ain't
ever.
saying the 3 things is bad.
Yeah.
I'm saying my son ain't going to go there.
Exactly. And that's what some of the parents have a problem with.
So let me break this down to you. Okay. He's supposed to have that best interest for his kids. That's the first thing as a father. Okay?
Absolutely.
The second thing. Yep. Okay, now let's talk about the recruiting. If I'm a father and Deion comes to my house and says, I want your son to come play for me, if your goal is to be in the NFL one day, because Prime already put it out there. He ain't there just to be coaching. He's there to help mentor these kids, but his ultimate football goal is to help his players get to the NFL. So it's Prime.
But don't you want to win too?
Of course you want to win.
Let me make sure you throw that in there.
Of course you want to win.
They went 4-8, and we're talking like Deion.
Which was 3 more games than the year before Deion got there.
They're still a losing team.
Don't forget the facts, son.
Oh my God!
Don't forget the facts.
Are they losing?
Well, I ain't gonna let you jump on Dave like that. I was just saying, for me.
I'm saying yes. Let's go, Prime. Let's
he just
go to work.
Like a fool. He make us have no credibility by what he said.
Man. Come on, man.
He don't.
Let me make sure I'm here too, so we can mark it. You're saying that they're gonna go 500 this year.
Yeah, they're gonna go better than 500. Yes,
but he won't give you a number. That's the problem I have with this. He's standing on the fence.
Better than 500 is what? 6, 7 games, 6.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the game number is.
Hey,
they're gonna do.
Griff, he's giving himself a way out. So if it's 7 games, I said over 500.
I never said that. I said that Prime and his kids were going to. Don't try.
You know him.
What is a 500 record? What's the definition of a 500 record? Super Dave.
It's half. Yeah, they break even.
Okay, the same number of wins and losses, right?
That's fine. Yes, I understand that.
So if you have one game over 500,
So you're saying
that's over 500.
So you're saying they?
I'm not saying if he's gonna win 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10.
That's the problem.
But
just
no,
say it.
because what I say last year, he's gonna win 4 or 5 games.
You said
right?
5 games.
Okay. And then I said his second year, he's gonna be over 500. I've been saying that from day one.
Okay.
Year 2, he's gonna win over 500.
that.
And then by year 3, now we can start talking about. Now we can start having conversations of college football playoffs.
Oh my God! Stop it, man.
By year 3, I said we can
credibility.
start having conversations because of the expansion of the 12 teams and the portal.
I'm excited about the 12
Come on,
teams.
man.
I will say this.
So what you're saying is, even after this season, they get a bowl game. That's because if they go over 500, they get a bowl game. Correct?
Even though it's going to be a raggedy bowl.
That's fine, but they get a bowl game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying in year 3,
Pick bowl.
year 3, without his sons and without Travis Hunter, you're saying then they're going to be in the college playoffs.
No, I'm saying we can have those conversations.
Ain't no conversation because they won't be.
Okay,
Ain't
let
no
me ask you
conversation.
something. Let me ask you something,
Okay.
Super Dave. When you talk about college football playoffs, let's go back to the 4-team format, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
What do we sat up here on this podcast every time we discuss? You got the Michigans, and you got the Alabamas, and Washington, and the Oregons. There's
yes.
always about 7 to 10 teams that we're talking about that could make this 4-team playoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's only 4 that can make them.
Yeah. Okay.
So what about the other 6 that we're still talking about?
Well, Colorado's not one of them.
But listen, I ain't say right now, no.
Even. Okay.
But
Go ahead.
by year 3, we may be having these conversations about
And I'm telling
are
you,
they
that's
good
fine.
enough to make the top 12?
And you got your opinion. You said maybe. I'm telling you, we won't be having the conversation. Ain't no
guarantee
maybe.
you we will.
Ain't
I
no
guarantee
maybe.
you we will.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that, Griff?
We will.
Now he's guaranteeing.
I'm hearing the guarantee.
We're going to be
But this is
guaranteed.
what
We're going to
I'ma
be
tell
having
you.
the conversations is what I'm guaranteeing.
So
Go ahead.
look, y'all know NCAA 25 came out
I bought
last
it.
week,
I
right?
got it. Yes, I got
bought
it.
I had it since Monday. I already won the dynasty. Of course, I took Michigan. I lost one game. It was a tough game. I lost to Texas. I ain't even gonna lie, in double overtime. But I went to the playoffs. My first game, I had a bye week. My first game was against number 17. They was 14-1. They were 13-1 or something. They was so horrible, but they made it, and I was like, this is what we was talking about. This is what we were saying when these teams like the Liberties and these other Providence and y'all go all undefeated, but then get that ass lifted as soon as you come to the playoffs.
But see, this the big question about the college football playoff system now. You still got guys, you still got them meeting in Grapevine here in Texas. You don't just get that. Only probably the top 10 teams will get that bid to be in that playoff. Them last 2 teams, they're going to go by what you did record-wise. It can't be a soft-ass schedule. They're not going to put you there.
Strength of schedule for sure.
It's just going to be strength of schedule. So you won't see some of those teams we're talking about.
You're going to get lifted.
Yeah, you're still going to get lifted.
I'm not so sure about everybody getting lifted in this 12-team format, bro.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
There's gonna be some Cinderellas.
It levels the field.
Come on, man.
I know.
Come on, man.
But NCAA 25, y'all, go get that. Dave, let me know when you want to jump in this dynasty we doing online because we doing it. We probably gonna pick Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's shift to the Lamar Jackson situation.
Jackson. Say his name again.
Jackson. Jackson.
That's why John Harbaugh said what he said. Because when you say Jackson,
J-H-A-S Lamar Jackson.
you're not putting no respect on his name.
S-H-I-O-N. Not Jackson, Jackson. So what did Harbaugh have to say?
Hold on. Let me let you hear it.
And the vision that we have together is that Lamar Jackson is going to become and be known and be recognized as the greatest quarterback ever to play in the history of the National Football League. That's the vision, all right? It's going to happen by Lamar, his work ethic, and his brilliant talent, by all of us pouring into that effort together as a team, teamwork, and by the grace of God and God's goodwill.
Yeah, that's what you say when your quarterback is sick and he ain't at camp. And they saying now he down to 200 pounds. I'm not bad at Harbaugh. You better lift him up. You gave him all the money. You gave him the house.
But the best quarterback of all time. Let's underline
that's what
that.
you're supposed to say.
No, because there's no way he can be the best quarterback of all time. He's already 3 Super Bowls behind. Who's in second place? Who's in second place right now? We got Tom Brady, and the way it's going right now, I still like Joe Montana, but Patrick Mahomes. So my current players right now.
If that boy don't get hurt or don't I hate that he's such a good dude too, dog. He could be the best. We'll see with the records. I was looking at these records the other day, and you still got, those Drew Brees years when him and they was throwing up 5,000 yards a season, dog. 5,000. They got a bunch of 5,000s.
But see, Coach Harbaugh, this is what you got to understand. The comment you made, nobody pressured him to make that comment. I know the reason you're saying he made the comment, Griff, but the point is, get one Super Bowl. Just get one. Then we'll start talking right now. But he ain't got one. And the way they play,
now, Lamar is known as the lose in the playoffs.
The lose in the playoffs and can't beat who? The guy that you want to top is the Patrick Mahomes.
So what you're saying
Lamar
is
let you down.
So what you're saying is you can never say a player is going to be greatest of all time or one of the best ever if they never win a Super Bowl. Is that what you're saying?
I say start the conversation.
Maybe not greatest of all time, but one of the best ever.
One of the best ever. I think it's how we judge them. Because
Super Bowls, championships.
On championships, because if that's the case, the one player we would put at the top right now, he doesn't have a championship. Put all the numbers up. Who am I going with?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
But we don't look at him as being the greatest, right?
No, but he's one of the greatest of all time.
He's one of the greatest. But what's the one knock against him?
No Super Bowl.
He ain't got
exactly.
No
that's it.
Right.
And that's the difference. That's how they end all conversations. The people that play professional sports. How many of these ships do you got?
Yeah,
and they start getting disrespectful. Kobe and Jordan and Shaq and listen, Charles Barkley don't want to have that conversation with them, Hall of Famer and all.
Yeah, and he's one of the greatest of all time.
And he's one. That's still fine,
right?
But for what he said, what John Harbaugh said was he will be the best ever.
Yeah,
and he can't be because it's just like Michael Jordan. When you look at all the players, the great players played during Michael Jordan's time, Karl Malone, all these guys can't be considered because
Karl Malone was so good.
He was so good, but the problem was Jordan was there.
Yeah.
Jordan was the man. Until you beat the man, it doesn't matter. And the same thing with Lamar Jackson. And who would he have to knock off before we have a conversation?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, then that's it.
Yeah. So it's safe to say he will be considered one of the best players of all time, but you can't say he will be the best of all time.
He can't.
He was about to give it to Burrows, and then Burrows got hurt, and then Burrows couldn't do it either. Like, it ain't no easy task.
And again, he has to win a Super Bowl. He had his shot. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying he didn't have any more shots anymore, but he had a great shot against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
You win that Super Bowl, you will be a part of it. Aaron Rodgers, talk about him like a god. He's that great, but how many Super Bowls does he have? One.
Yeah. Yep. He's been to how many though?
He's only been to one. Was it?
No, two.
Two.
He's been to two.
No, he's been I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yep, he lost one.
So, so now that's a good point. Now, when you do get an opportunity to win a championship, a Super Bowl, we're talking football right now. Now it's like how many?
Hold on, y'all got me going crazy.
Now there's different levels to it.
But hold on, he only won one. He only been to one.
You talking about
Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers only been to one Super Bowl.
You sure?
Yes.
We gotta look that up.
I'm looking it up now.
That's because we think of Green Bay and Super Bowls, but them was Brett
Favre. So Favre
Favre been to two.
He won
and only won one. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, double check that, man.
Aaron Rodgers.
You sure Rodgers ain't been to two?
I think we talk about him so much that even he got us believing that he's been to two.
You think we thinking Green Bay went to a bunch of
Green because it was Aaron. Aaron was the quarterback when they played Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl. Is that the one you're talking about? When it was here in Dallas?
And that was the win, wasn't it? That was the win. That was the one win.
Okay.
Yes, that was it.
That was the only time, man.
That was the only time.
Look that up, man.
I'm looking it up now.
You looking it up?
Yeah.
But right now, the Ravens
one.
fans
He's only been
are
to one.
not Lamar Jackson fans.
He's only been to one.
There it is. That's crazy. That's a doggone Family Feud question.
But I think because what we're saying about Lamar Jackson, the same thing. If you get that one, people look at you different. They just do. They don't. I mean, we look at Aaron Rodgers being one of the greatest but he only has one championship.
Yeah, when we assume, it just seems like he's been to at least 3
and
of them
lost
bad
one.
boys.
And lost one or two.
Right.
But he hadn't. He's only been to one.
Ah, that's interesting.
Dog, that AFC, and then Lamar, he really got
He's Dak.
bingo,
He's Dak with
Raven Brown problems, dog. He can't get out his. You got to get out your division before you start talking about anybody else.
But Griff, he's Dak with 2 MVPs because the one thing
I
he
don't
the one
understand Dak. You know, I lived in Dallas and I liked the kid, great dude. Never got in trouble. Had a pit bull incident and actually moved because he was like, I'm not getting rid of my pit bulls. Always smiling, always happy, put up the numbers, but the Cowboy fans believe in they soul.
because he
Unless
doesn't
we
win.
get a Super Bowl,
Well, no,
we don't care about your stupid numbers and all y'all going 11-0 and all. Like I've watched Dak let down the Cowboy fan base several years in a row.
Okay, and put in that same, you're not going to get the same heat as Dak does, but put in that same category, Josh Allen. He's one of the ones that.
Oh, Josh Allen got this year, or he about to be bussy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're all part of that group. And Lamar Jackson.
Am I wrong, Rock? Because throwing 9 interceptions in 2 games, like
He got you.
Show people
But
something.
again, who are they going against?
That AFC.
And they're going
Patrick
against.
Mahomes,
Okay.
at the end of the day, and that's the thing about Patrick Mahomes, because they had a subpar regular season.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
They had a
Absolutely. They went to the
subpar.
Super Bowl with a tight end. He had no wide receivers.
They were blown out by the
All them boys
Raiders.
was young.
And he got to the playoffs, and Patrick says, "Okay, guys, you ready? All righty, cheat code, let's go." And it takes it to a whole.
Don't forget the Super Bowl went into overtime.
Yeah,
And that boy marched him. They left him 148, dog.
and he had nothing.
In the Super Bowl in overtime, he had no wide receivers. And then they forgot.
And who does that remind you of? Who does that remind you of?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
The only difference is we don't know how long Patrick Mahomes can play. Tom Brady played for a long time.
If he keep playing at the pace he is, forever.
And that's fine, but that's an if. That's an if because we don't know. But
Listen.
Tom Brady, we know. We saw it play
I
out.
hate that kid, man.
What
'cause
did
he is
what,
good.
what do
I'm a
all
hater.
what do all players in the NFL
Straight up, dog.
what do all players in the NFL want even right now
What a hope.
if they had an opportunity
I didn't know you were going.
if they had an opportunity to play with a certain player
Side G.
if they had an opportunity to play with a certain player right now, who's the first name out of their mouth?
Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
And who's the second name? Matter of fact, Patrick may be number 2.
Patrick
Tom
may be
Brady.
number 2.
Yeah, but you said
Tom ain't playing.
But Tom
no
ain't
more.
playing.
But if Tom Brady came back,
When they were playing,
No, you can't say if he done, dog. He's the greatest.
No, he ain't
Don't
coming
do that.
back.
I'm
Yeah.
saying that
I
for
got
the
Patrick
reason why
Mahomes problems, dog.
I'm saying that to make a point. Here's my point. Patrick Mahomes is the new Tom Brady. Let's just go ahead and be honest.
No.
Let's go ahead and say it.
No,
out loud.
don't say it. That's too early.
When I say, I didn't say he's better than Tom Brady. I'm saying he's the new
He's
Tom
the
Brady.
closest
Just
thing
say
to a
potential.
Tom Brady-esque.
Meaning
Yeah.
everybody's going to want to come play for the Chiefs because of Patrick Mahomes. Everybody wanted to come play in New England because of Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? And
But
it's
can I just
But
say
the
this?
NFL is different
it's
than
also
the
the
NBA.
coaching.
Huh?
Yeah.
So John Hart, but look though, Super Dave is also the coaching. Now Andy Reid is a boss, greatest of all time coach.
Thank you.
Now Harbaugh might be getting exposed as not being that sweet as a
Okay,
coach.
and find
Why
out-
don't the Raven fans say that out loud.
and go by what we saw last year in the playoffs because they were dominating teams by what? By what were they doing last season? Running
Man,
the
and
damn
they
ball.
got to the playoffs and barely beat Houston. And
But they got to play in the Chiefs, and what they try to do? They try to pass the ball because Lamar Jackson's on the other
Yeah,
sideline
they
looking
did.
at Patrick
They
Mahomes.
abandoned the run.
Yeah,
You're right.
abandon the
You're
run.
right.
Why you stop running?
did.
That's coaching.
They did.
What got you there? Was your running game. That was it. And Lamar
I
Jackson
don't know, dog.
here.
The pressure's on Harbaugh to me because, I mean, you
Oh,
got
it
your
is.
Kyle Shanahans and all these people who got these athletes, and then they go in the big game and they do. You can't keep blaming it on McCaffrey. You can't keep blaming it on.
So would you? So
these coaches got to start eating this blame.
Harbaugh continues to win. Season after season after season.
I mean, he's consistent.
It's
He's
like
consistent.
I'm
He's
taking
been-
one thing.
Harbaugh as my coach any day of the week.
And he has the one thing that keeps him at the top, which is what? He has that one Super Bowl win. No matter what you can't take that away. Once you get that, people look at you different.
Yeah,
And like you're saying, he's consistently
but
winning
he
every
played
year.
his brother. He played his brother, and Beyonce made the power go out, and who knows?
but
about
the
that
dude
game.
just
We might.
wins, man. Every roster he puts on the field wins year after
He
year
does.
after
I
year.
give him that, but we gotta start. I mean, we know Lamar Jackson is an athlete, Heisman Trophy winner, but he's a special kid. He's a special man, and Harbaugh not putting the plays together that can get him in a position and make him go farther, dog. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's just that grown man Patrick Mahomes on the other side. That's all that is.
But now you just added. But now
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can say what you want to, dog. You can talk about Dallas and them going 11-0 in the AFC West. I got Patrick Mahomes problems, dog.
You've always had him.
And here go the main problem. None of the other teams can beat him either. So it'd be different. And then he ain't a bully. And then he's so nice, dog. Like, oh, I hate him so much, dog.
I think the only team right now, and I know they lost a lot, and that's going to be the major problem. But if they can keep their quarterback healthy and improve that offensive line, Burrow.
Chargers.
No, Burrow. Cincinnati will be they don't flinch.
They got
They don't
wide
flinch.
receiver controversy.
They'll fix that. I mean, just
They're
like
not
we,
gonna pay that man.
but just like we have the same problem with the Cowboys with CeeDee Lamb, you're gonna pay these guys eventually.
Shoot, CeeDee Lamb gonna sit out the whole.
No, he gonna get his money.
Is that what they saying right now with CD?
I'm just telling you, CD ain't stepping foot on
And that's
nobody's
fine.
field.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's
Right.
what if you're an NFL player, this ain't the NBA. You gotta look out for your money when you can get it. But he will get. Dad's got the money, and they wait to the very last minute to give him the money.
They gonna have
CeeDee
to.
Lamb will get his money.
Yeah, that boy in Dallas, he's Jerry different.
Just
You
like
don't
Jordan
actually
Love
give
now.
him demands. He
Jordan
don't
Love,
appreciate demands.
Jordan Love with the Green Bay Packers. He's holding out right now. He's not
But
gonna
they
step on the
give
field.
him They're gonna give him a brick, dog. They're gonna give him a gang of money.
Who's making the highest money right now?
Who had the last quarterback
Who got that
contract?
yeah, I'm trying to think.
In
too. Who just
Jacksonville.
got that?
Trevor
Oh,
Lawrence.
Oh,
55
was
He
million.
has more than Lamar?
I thought it was.
Yeah, no,
I thought it was
Lamar. Lamar is.
I thought
It goes
was
up
Lamar.
every year. That was the year before.
Oh,
Trevor just got his money.
Okay, just
55 million. So now, if you're Green Bay, if he's looking for that kind of
the
money,
market starts at
it's
55.
at 55.
It starts there.
God dog it.
It starts there. Because guess what? He can say, "I want a playoff game." With a bunch of
not only I won a
nobodies.
playoff game, he
Against the
can't say I
Cowboys.
put half 100 on the Cowboys.
And I
Don't do
gave
that.
San Francisco
Come on,
a
Bill
scare.
Ford. Come on, man. I ain't
Oh,
forgot
San
about
Francisco was shook.
And I gave San Francisco a scare. So, yeah, get 55. We starting there. Where we going? That's for love.
Yeah,
Now, what you going to give Dak?
I think Dak is gone.
Oh, wait a minute. Is Dak up for another one?
They can't
Dak-
tag him no more.
They can't tag him, so after this season, he can walk. And that's what in the Cowboys right now. I think they're going to eventually play him or pay him because I don't know how much they're going to put on the kid they brought from San Francisco.
Why Ezekiel Elliott came back humble as hell and quiet. Hey, Dad, how are y'all?
Hey, and probably going to have his best
Hey,
season
guys,
of his
y'all
career.
Y'all don't have my same locker, do you?
Talking about
he
Lance?
just gave
Yeah,
very-
Lance.
Yeah.
Because that's who I guess he'll get more snaps in the preseason to see exactly what he's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he's something, then you can let Dak walk.
They better not.
No, they ain't going.
Okay, what you say?
You let Dak
But then,
walk.
but then
Dak
you
is-
waited so
Dak
long
is
to
a-
pay this guy. You could have paid him. Now the market keeps going up.
Well, I think
Well, ain't the Cowboys saying we're not gonna pay you because you ain't winning when we need you to, and that's kind of what they standing
That's
on.
my
Like,
philosophy.
Dog, we're not giving you no bread, dog, until you damn win some playoff games. And yeah, you're amazing during the regular season,
see-
but so
Well, everybody's mad at Jerry and Stephen Jones because of what they didn't do during the offseason, not bringing anybody in. I kind of agree with them. I done put all my money into this football team. And what y'all did against Green Bay, not showing up from the on the field players, from the coaching staff.
Ate an egg, dog.
And that's why the coaching staff, they're really on 1-year deals. That's it. Everybody's on a 1-year deal. That's how they're looking at it right now. Because you got to prove to me.
To go out like that, dog, to Jordan Love, who really should have been shook. His biggest game ever in the history of his whole life, and he come in there and throw half 100.
The Cowboys never put a booger on him. They never got that close to put a booger on him. That's how easy he had it in that football game.
It's pretty jacked up not being able to put a booger on somebody.
Yeah, when you that
means you ain't getting.
Yeah, especially when you just reaching your nose and point out outstretched.
That means you getting blocked. You ain't even close.
I could put a booger on you right now. We ain't in the same room.
Right. I can flick that doggone thing. You can't even flick it on me.
He wasn't even nervous getting a booger put on him. I'm just telling you. Where was Michael Parsons? All that. I'm telling you. If I'm Jerry, I'm sitting back and I'm waiting. I'm just telling you. I can't keep investing in something that it's not proving anything. And we all keep blaming Jerry for this. No, Jerry's now playing on the field. They had a talented enough football team to beat Green Bay. I'm not saying go to the Super Bowl last year, but beat Green Bay. And they didn't show up against Green Bay. And that's on the coaching staff, and that's on the players. And that was a disgrace. And that's the last impression of the Cowboys I have in my head. So I can't feel sorry for these players. If they don't get their money, they don't get their money. They'll get it somewhere else. But I'm not keep investing into a losing-ass, sorry-ass team.
And guess what got worse? The offensive line.
The offensive line.
The one thing that was always been steady for the Cowboys just got worse.
And if I'm Jerry, I'm going, prove to me, Dak, can you do it back-to-back years?
Yeah.
Well, and maybe win the MVP, because he came in second behind Lamar Jackson on winning the MVP last season.
Well, good. Guess who came in first? Patrick Mahomes. I got Patrick Mahomes problems. So until he leave the division or go to the different conference, dog, I'm stuck. I was in Vegas, happy and sad at the same time over the weekend, dog. Every time I saw Raiders stuff, I was like, it's gonna be a tougher season.
You want to hear my Dallas Cowboy prediction? Early prediction?
Give us a number.
I'm listening.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to have a very average season, but they're going to sneak in the back door of the playoffs and win the first game of the playoffs and then get booted in the second round. That's my prediction, my early prediction.
That ain't a hard prediction, dog. That actually might be what they got lined up this year.
Yeah, instead of having a really good regular season, they're going to have a subpar average season, but just enough to barely get in, wild card or something, win that wild card round, and then they back to the house.
So who you got winning the division? I know we're not doing predictions yet.
It's still early. Too early, bro. It's too early.
But somebody got to win the division. You got them going in the wild card.
Yeah, but I got to see who's all going to be on the final rosters and all that kind of stuff. It's too early, bro.
Hey,
the Giants are sorry.
Team, them Commanders, if that boy from LSU, they could have some fun over there, dog.
No, you know why?
If he get the system.
You know why?
Get the system.
They have a defensive coordinator as a head coach. That's always going to be a problem for that football team. If they had an offensive guy with an offensive mind, it changes things, but.
And you know what's funny? When I think of people saying that, and I know we're about to go, I always think of Mike Singletary, one of the most vicious defensive linebackers that ever, a Hall of Fame, like a defensive everything. But you head coaching the 49ers. You don't even know nothing about offense. Like, you don't know nothing. Like, you know what you know about? Actually, he know everything about offense. Because he played defense.
There you go. There you go.
But that's it though. But that's not a very proactive, like, it's a defensive approach to the game. Yeah. Like, even though I seen all schemes. I know all schemes, shotgun, I formation, single back, but he watched them from the other side. So that don't make him I'm with you on that, Dave.
That's where your coordinators come in. That's where your offensive coordinators come in. Your defensive coordinators come in to kind of help balance all of that stuff. Technically.
But what is Mike Tomlin in? Because he was a defensive dude at Miami.
He was secondary.
Left Miami, came to Pittsburgh, and ain't never had a 500 year. Like, what kind of coach is he? Because he gets it.
But you know what? He had a quarterback. He always has a solid defense, and he makes sure he has a running game to keep the game close. They don't play to blow out teams. They play games to where
they play football.
They play football to where that last possession they're looking for you to make a mistake. If you make the mistake, we're going to capitalize on it. Almost what the Kansas City Chiefs did this year. That's what they did in the playoffs. They wasn't just knocking out people, but they waited for you to make that one mistake.
Tight end and a running back, dog.
Yep.
Go Lions.
No wide receivers.
Go Lions. Let's go. Let's go Lions. Let's go.
I'm ready for football.
I'm not mad at the Lions, dog. I'm not mad at the Lions because the Lions got a taste and they like it.
Ooh, you know what Lions do when they taste blood. You already know.
That's right.
You know what I really want?
Damn.
Before we go, what I really want is I want the Lions to lose so then Deion can come to the Detroit Lions. And then y'all can suffer over the next 5 years and I ain't got to hear your mouth. And then you're going to really realize what I said. You know what? Deion's a sorry-ass coach.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
I would take him on my staff, but as a defensive back coach.
Not as a head coach?
Because I'm keeping Campbell as my head coach. Absolutely.
No, Campbell know what he's doing. No, Campbell going to be there a minute. Campbell can't mess that up.
Let's go to work, man.
Campbell can't mess that up.
Oh, hold on, but I want to say this one last thing because I know we got away from Deion, but the one thing I want to say to you, if Alabama and Georgia came to you and Deion came to your son right now, across the table, it's even across the table, who is your son playing for?
Is it Alabama with Nick Saban or without Nick Saban?
What? No, without Nick Saban.
Alabama,
right now.
Oh,
Georgia,
right now? Yeah.
Alabama, Georgia, Colorado.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to think. I'm going to ponder.
Man, I'm going to
go.
This thing up, dog.
I know I'm going to go.
I'm going to ponder. And I'll get back with you next week.
Oh, my God. That's what I'm telling you.
I Hate the Homies podcast, episode number 105. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Download, subscribe, and thank y'all for all of the reasons why you hate the Homies. Rock Cheesy is who I be.
Let me tell you something. Your imaginary son in this hypothetical question that we just had hates you and is probably going to be asking his mom, please let me go somewhere else. I'm Griff, a.k.a. Mr. Raider Nation, a.k.a. Go Blue, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry. And I hate the Homies, but I miss y'all too, though. So.
And it's your boy Super Dave, but guess what, y'all?
We don't care.
We don't care.
Deuces.
No, you take Alabama. See that print say that.
Without Nick Saban.
Without Nick Saban. Don't sit up here and play.
I hate the Homies.